Own your truth. You know, it was difficult. It was at first. I mean, you just cornered me like that and everything, but you know, it's a little liberating now to know I can like Star Wars in more ways than I ever imagined. Dave Filoni is the savior of Star Wars. KK is doing an amazing job. The people out there are just blind and can't see it. So yes, thank you. I can stop lying now.
Are you sure? Damn, that's not good.
Desperate. Your turn.
Desperate.
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 You hate to do it, but at the same time, it's hilarious.
Go me. It's a culture in decline.
Damn, man! Don't be sneaking up on a brother with your crackhead skin disease test tube baby looking ass! Damn near shit my pants! I don't sell no soap, so what the hell you want?
Hello! We're here because we, love our planet.
Sign here on the dotted line, patriots.
What's that?
War were declared.
Too easy.
When you get, instead of just like trying to slap something out like the Star Wars experience and crap, but when you have, when you,
don't.
I'm sorry, it's true though.
No,
it's like
I just got back from. Oh, I just died.
I just
How do
watched
I
that.
get-
It was hilarious.
How do I get back up there?
1 week later.
I don't know what I was doing, but from that angle, I just jumped.
you just walked right off
I
the
just
cliff.
walked
It was
off.
hilarious.
I don't know what I was doing, but I was like, that's funny. I was just like, do, and I was like over here, and I was like, woo. Oh, see, you thought I was gonna do it.
And he did it. All right.
Oh,
Oh, I missed it.
I was fully. I didn't know how to do it. I was just messing around.
Yeah,
and I
you-
hit it with W.
Oh, that was gold. That was.
Way to go, buddy.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Sith number 130. Whoo boy, we are getting up there. And with me is, as always, the ever frustrating, the ever fun, my friend and co-host, Jay Hitman. How are you tonight, sir?
Frustrated.
To say the least.
Frustrated. You got my blood boiling before the
You
show.
got your own blood boiling. Need I point this out? You got your own blood boiling over this matter that we'd already resolved and talked about in our Discord. And yet you were like, you decided to just pop off.
I didn't decide anything. I just happened to see it with with questions not answered.
Yes. So shall we just jump right into it then?
Well, I was gonna bring up Star Wars theory, but since you're being like that, then we'll just talk about what
we settled this last week. We said, okay, what is your piece? What do you want to say about Star Wars theory now?
I'll wait until Bradley gets in here.
Wait, are we supposed to invite him into the Discord to say his piece?
Yes.
Did you reach out to him about this?
No, I just maybe
God.
the photo that he put in Discord that I may have procured, not illegally, because it was free game because he posted it in the Discord. So I can't get a defamation lawsuit against me.
You, sir, speak wild nonsense sometimes.
I learned from you.
Me? How
Yes.
dare you? How dare you?
That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Lord,
let's bring it up because apparently this was settled and I may have missed it.
are we talking the Shatner thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Captain Kirk.
Okay. Captain Kirk fired his mouth off recently. To which a lot of us already had seen this, but this was at the time seemed to be news to both Hitman and to William Shatner.
And you.
No, I already knew about this. But yes, over on X, the shats, he shat the bed. Saying, for those Star Wars fans who are trying to tell me Disney ruined everything, I assume you're referring to Mara Jade? Hamill actually ruined it for you when he revealed Luke was gay. Mara being struck from Star Wars canon was part of her annulment agreement from the Force. And it's this Vanity Fair article where it's saying, Luke, I am your daddy. Of course, Luke Skywalker is gay, confirms Mark Hamill, echoing thousands of fan fiction prayers. And even as it's been now community noted, this is a 9-year-old article with a misleading headline. Hamill said, I'd say it is meant to be interpreted by the viewer. If you think Luke is gay, of course he is. Meaning that it's up to the viewer to make their own interpretations. Hitman, what did you make of all of this?
Yeah, it doesn't. Explain to me why the man himself who played the role, like, what's explain? Okay, for those of us who are dumb, explain the point of this. Why bring it up? Where did it come from?
Why William Shatner brought it up? Why Mark Hamill had brought it up.
Why Mark Hamill brought it up, and then why William Shatner decided to bring it up. And what is the point? What because you mentioned before the show, before I burned my house.
Before you were having an aneurysm?
Yeah, because you're like, well, you wanted you wanted points. I'm like, well, what points are there to have? Like, what is the point? Why would you bring it up?
All right, so did you watch the weekend pregame this week?
No.
No? Okay. So
no,
I kind of
watching Star Wars Theories videos.
Of course you were. You're his biggest fan. So this is something that like even Chiefster and I have talked about before, is that while it is not, an official thing, it is an unofficial thing in that there is through social media and stuff like that. Yes, you are technically under social credit. You may not be scored, but you have social credit. And
you're talking like a credit score.
So you've heard of China CCP? They have their social credit score and stuff like that. You only are able to interact with society through, basically jerking off the government and everything, and
yeah,
all that sort of thing. Apply that here, but via social media, through pandering to the LGBT mafia, to all of those sort of things, that gets you a bonus social credit score. In terms of, for Mark Hamill, he did it so that he could, can possibly continue to work within the Disney beast, because it was, again, this was from 2016, around the time also Trump was getting elected or running for president, maybe. So everything was especially ramped up for all of that, as you may or may not remember. So yes, him putting himself out there and saying, yes, it is possible Luke could be gay, for those mental midgets out there and everything. That's effectively like what he was trying to do. He was trying to boost his social credit score, boost his portfolio, especially for the mouse, so that he could keep getting work or get favorable work or whatever it may be. So yes, that's essentially why he, throws his own character quite often under the bus, even though at first, and I'm guessing that this was part of his apology tour, although I don't remember when Last Jedi came out, but certainly because he was talking mad shit at first about the Last Jedi, his role and stuff like that, and how, the whole term, that's where the whole term Jake Skywalker came from, not my Luke Skywalker, and all that sort of stuff was a lot in part from him. And so, okay, so this is 2017 was the Last Jedi. He might, so a little bit before, I guess. But yeah, he does this for that sort of shit. That was why he did it. Did I explain that well enough for you?
You're telling me that there's a credit score.
It's metaphorical. That's like the best way I could explain it. That's because like it is, people will put out bad, quote unquote, bad things and they get canceled for it, right? That is that's negative to your social credit. This is, in their eyes, a positive.
My brain hurts.
Hello, OG Stars. She's saying, what's up? And saying, oh, this stupid tweet / article, LO. This was back in 2015 when Mark made that comment. Article then reported on it. Yeah, I'm trying to get this to Hitman's brain because he's trying to understand why, for one, Mark Hamill would do this, and then also why Shatner, put it out there, and whether or not Shatner was being legitimate in him saying, because then, yes, oh, fuck me. Hang on. I closed the damn... I had the other tweet and I accidentally closed it. But apparently it was allegedly William Shatner attempting to troll the Star Wars fan base. Who knows if it really is that, or he was just pretending to, or it's the old, I was just pretending to be retarded sort of thing.
So Mark Hamill was trying to troll.
No. Shatner was. So this tweet, it's always a good week when you can rile up the Star Wars fans. and somebody had replied to him saying, "This was definitely not the reply I expected from you on this topic. I'm not disappointed or anything. It's funny. I just really didn't see it coming." So like I said, it's for some, it's either like, yes, he was doing this intentionally, I don't know, or it's just he's now kind of falling back a bit and going, I was just fucking around with everybody, sort of thing. So that's why he put it out. And yeah, as OG Star Wars also points out, Mark was appealing to the LGBTQ fans. And then Shatner drug up the article to share how Mark don't know Star Wars lore. A troll, yes. So, that was basically this situation and why it was decidedly brought up now of all freaking times.
He's only 9 years late.
I don't know if Mark has said anything recently to have spurred this on, because I don't follow Hamill, because he before he got the whole Trump derangement syndrome, he used to be at least fun to follow on X and everything. But when that happened, he became insufferable. So I stopped following the guy.
So you're telling me that he did this?
He did it. Shatner did it as a troll. Yes, a prank.
Well, no, Shatner did, but Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill did it as a legitimate thing, thinking he could buy some brownie points.
Stupid.
I agree.
With the Disney Czar, whatever.
Right. Yeah, and as OG Star Wars, yet Mark had talked twice about Luke being married and how Mara was hot. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's partially why I don't understand why I even bring it up, because of Mara Jade, who I will,
Yeah, because I think we've gone over an article before about him talking about that very thing, going how in the books I'm Luke Skywalker's married and has a hot redheaded wife and everything. So
I mean, I read all of the Thrawn trilogy, at least the first and second. I haven't quite finished the third, but there was no gay vibes from Luke.
No, we know that. We all know that.
Yes. So it's asinine to even make a comment that, oh yeah, Luke's gay as long as you think he's gay, or if you think it's just stupid.
Yeah. So everybody, this is especially why I do enjoy having Hitman on the show and everything, because Hitman is not as integrated with the internet as some of us are. Like, I am probably terminally online at a point. I won't deny that. Like, I'll doom scroll Twitter and shit like that. I get my days off. I'm sadly doing that unless I tear myself away and I'm playing like Mass Effect. So this is kind of an interesting thing when you bring Hitman into this, who is just, and I don't mean this in a negative way, you were just kind of oblivious to certain things going on.
No, I can barely build my Discord channel.
So this is kind of the fun thing about us doing this, is that then this is also introducing him to the whole internet world. If anybody that's familiar with Weekend Pregame, kind of how Static will have his brother Steve on, who's also not as connected to everything as the rest of us are, but it's very much in that vein. So yes, that's the whole reason for all of this. So we could put that on
for sure. The last point is it's still stupid. It doesn't make any sense. To make.
I agree. OG Sora said, had to unfollow Mark, and yes, Mark told the Alphabet fans that they can see Luke that way they want. If he is gay, then he is gay. Yep. So yes,
he married Mara Jade.
We know, yes. He not only married Mara, he had a freaking kid. The whole thing.
The most beautiful.
I know. I'm pretty sure she's one of the reasons why I have such a love for redheads.
Yes, and the fact in the book she was just this
between her and Dana Scully, I'm pretty much sure there's some of the reasons why I love redheads. So yeah,
that's fine. We can put it to bed. Thank you to OG for coming on, and both of you for enlightening me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ridiculousness. And yes, I am a boomer. I don't know how to do social media. let alone Discord, let alone YouTube. But that's why I follow OG and Fractured and Tim and all these other people, because they help me be better at my Star Wars knowledge. And one of these days, I will fully get my Discord up and running. But until then, follow Fractured Filter, which I'm.
Oh, thank you, sir. All right, let me get to the chat really quick, because yes, we already had some people swimming on in. Hello to Melissa Lord saying, "Hey, Fractured Filter." Hello, hope you're doing well, Melissa. Static. Hello, yo, sir. Hey, yo. You send me so Static and Duke Devil, the devils that they are, want us to watch something.
No.
Yes. We
No,
have to
last
do
time-
it because apparently it's a
last time
disaster
Static
and we
wanted
have
me
to watch it.
Last time Static wanted me to watch something, it turned out not good.
It's gonna be great, I'm sure. I haven't watched it yet. I know I've been told the title. So Static, if you're still there, if you could just shoot me the link to this thing, so we could watch it.
How many times? What has to happen before you don't trust?
What can I say? They both Brad and Static said we had to watch this thing. I'm now very curious. I got to know.
Well,
I got to know.
when Brad wants to watch something, we already know what it's going to be. But Static is, and I say this with the utmost respect, sire, conniving.
You've been watching pregame, haven't you?
Maybe.
Melissa Lord says Shatner hates Hamill and loves to troll him, Lamau. I can get behind that 100%. That's the fun of X sometimes, is when that sort of stuff goes down. And hello, David Feldman. How are you? Saying, imagine hating on someone who's more successful than you in Star Wars theory. Well, hey, I just we completely broke his crap down last week with his inadequate knowledge of Kyle Katarn. So and if you want, I clipped it out and I even put extra stuff in there. Well, although I would probably say go to OG Star Wars. She probably put together a much better video. I gotta still watch that. She probably put together a much better lore video than either of us.
Certain point of view, he could have been right.
Yes, I guess from a certain point of view. Melissa Lord says social credit is commie. That's why I'm not on those platforms. And the more power to you, Melissa. That is, for anybody that can say that they're not on those, that is fantastic. I know, like, when I was especially like job hunting, unless I was on Facebook, like, it wasn't until I hit back onto Facebook that I started getting callbacks. Weirdly. I don't know if it might have been just a coincidence, but it felt like it was kind of interconnected.
If this is a thing, how much social credit do you and I have since the show in 130 episodes?
I mean, if our real identities were known, we'd be probably in a tank. We would not be good. Especially some of the stuff I've said. Oh boy. Nerdy Neo, how are you doing, sir? How you doing? Saying, imagine simping for a Star Wars YouTuber who knows very little about Star Wars. You got it, my friend. You got it. That's the funny thing about that. Is people that do simp for that guy. Like, come on, dude, really? Melissa Lord says
sorry.
Hamill coined the name Jake Skywalker. Yeah, he did. That was the funny thing. Like, he had so much fan backing, and then he lost his freaking mind. Like, he just went full TDS and full everything. He just went bat squeak insane and just killed it all. I imagine that was when that all was starting to go down. That was his, like, he had to do something to appease the House of Mouse. Hello, Timon, Meteor Advocate, saying, hey, yo, Fractured. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. And hello, Dan Blackred. How you doing? Saying Luke used to use Yoda like a oh man, used to use Yoda was like a fleshlight on those cold Dagobah nights. Bro.
I saw this picture of Yoda was like in the prone position with a dog collar and somebody. Did you see that post?
I'm, I've seen enough disturbing things. particularly like Duke Devil, how you doing, sir? Saying static makes us watch emotionally disturbing things. He does. And
he does too. Do you not remember the Home Depot Yoda? I still can't sleep at night.
the horror show, yeah. Nerdy Neo says
so
Mass Effect. Mass Effect is awesome.
Andromeda, yes, I agree.
Shut up. Nerdy Neo says, yeah, teach Hitman Discord so he can respond to me. Are you ignoring Nerdy Neo again?
Do you remember like a couple weeks ago when I asked you to help me set this up because I didn't know, and you're like, dude, you just gotta follow the prompts. I don't know how to do it. It's kind of like
okay, you know the thing we're on right now? YouTube? Search YouTube for tutorials on how to do things. That's what I did.
But I have you. Why would I do that?
Oh, god damn it. The forever tech support.
Yeah, literally, but you're not in India, so it's fine.
Fair enough. Dan Blackbird says, according to most documentation, Hammond's bush is red. Another reason to be a fan. God dang it, man. Duke Devil says, G20 will be the greatest movie ever. That was it. Yeah, the G20. Don't you want to see why, Hitman? Yeah, don't you want to see why? Don't you want to see? Don't you want to?
Probably gonna have us watch Section 31, a clip from Section 31 or something.
Did you watch his review of that shit? Oh my god, that was horrible.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show, but I kind of don't want to.
Oh god, I think it was just like a TV movie sort of thing. So there's no show of it. It's just a
Section 31. I thought it was a season.
I thought it was a TV movie thing that Duke subjected himself to.
No, it's on Paramount Plus.
I'm so glad I don't have that.
Oh, I'll let you borrow mine.
The only reason why I've thought of getting it is for SmackDown.
Oh, I thought you meant Star Trek.
No. But I still refuse to get Netflix.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And it goes, that David guy commented on the Kyle Katarn video. Said, I don't think Theory gave a fuck about you. I don't care. I wanted to still, I wanted to say my piece on the matter. It pissed me off. Especially when you get such simple details wrong. Like, really?
Well, let's be fair. Theory didn't see it. His editors did, and that's who told him about you.
Oh God. Oh boy.
He probably actually believes that the Briar pistol is actually Andor's pistol, and Kyle Katarn stole it from him.
Probably. Dan Blacker says, is everyone excited for Thunderbolts? Thunder what?
Thunderbolts.
I know.
You don't watch it?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Do you want to watch the Thunderbolts trailer? We can do that.
I thought we were going to bring it up.
I'm going to get a different trailer at the moment, but I'm going through the chat getting really quick.
I'm really on the fence, though. So maybe later. I'm on the fence of whether or not to buy Dark Forces Remastered. This game looks old. This game looks like it was done in
what? It's from the 90s, brah.
That's what I said.
I thought you said something else. I think it's the 60s.
Upside down, it's the 90s.
But yeah, it was a basically another Doom clone. But then their added thing was they were the first ones to introduce grenades for it.
But I don't know who Night Dive. I've not heard of Night Dive.
Night Dive is a company that's been really they've been breaking ground in for I want to say, I don't know if reinvigorate, but they've been bringing old games to current platforms, they actually instead of just porting them to new systems, they've gone in and basically kind of done remastering of the games and then make them really PC compliant for current configurations of keyboards and stuff like that. They did an amazing job with Turok, a fantastic job with the System Shock 1 original game. And then they're going to be, of course, they've done, Dark Forces, both Melee games, and we hope that they do Dark Forces 2, especially if they can like convert and upscale the cinematics used back then, and maybe include a bunch of maybe behind the scenes stuff, because there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff that they had too. And so
in game.
Yeah. So it you know, kind of speaking on that too, I do have an article, because just this week there was the announcement for the System Shock 2 remaster that they're doing, which has now been changed title wise to now System Shock to the 25th anniversary, which, Lord have mercy, just makes me feel a little bit old. Here we go. So yeah, over on Niche Gamer, these were the first ones these were the first people I saw that had posted this. System Shock 2 Enhanced Edition gets renamed to System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster. Night Dive Studios has announced they've renamed the System Shock 2 to 25th Anniversary Remaster. The new game change comes alongside the new news that the release date for the long-awaited remaster is finally coming at GDC 2025 during the Future Game Show Spring Showcase live stream. When System Shock 2 Remaster does release, it will be on Windows PC via Steam or GOG, Xbox One, Series X, S, Switch, PS4, PS5. Oh, that's cool. It's going on the Switch even. Here's the rundown on the new remaster. The original System Shock 2 revolutionized storytelling, atmosphere, and gameplay in the medium, inspiring a new generation of titles to follow. And especially if you want the true blue, like, shock game that like it is, like a lot of us PC gamers will always put over, is System Shock 2. And it's always like, no, not BioShock, System Shock. And admittedly, Ken Levine, who was part of and did BioShock, was one of the like either producers or original devs on System Shock 2, and completely reshaped the way gaming audiences viewed the potential for storytelling in first-person games, and went on to win over a dozen awards and Game of the Year recognitions. So that's the funny thing is too, like the kind of ghosts that are seen in System Shock 2 or in BioShock, for example, originated in System Shock 2. And of course, the audio log storytelling originated in System Shock 1, carried over to 2, and then they continued it with all the BioShock series. I know that's like what a lot of people were hoping for in BioShock Infinite, was that there is going to be a moment of going on to either Citadel Station or something, or the Von Braun or whatever, which would have been really cool, but they didn't go that far. Probably because of rights issues. It's the year 2114. As you awake from cryosleep on the FTL ship Von Braun, you are unable to remember who or where you are, and something has gone terribly wrong. Hybrid mutants and deadly robots roam the halls, while the cries from the remaining crew reverberate through the cold hull of the ship. Jeudy, a rogue AI bent on the destruction of mankind, has taken over. Okay, this is... I know... This is actually a huge spoiler for System Shock 2. Because... And I know the game was out in the 90s and stuff like that. If you don't know, why don't you know, sort of thing. Some things you should be left to... it all gets revealed as time goes along. But, like, this is kind of a big a big spoiler. But anyways, rogue AI bent on the destruction of mankind has taken over. It is up to you to stop her. Delve through the corridors of the derelict ship Von Braun and immerse yourself in the story-rich atmosphere and environment. Explore deck by deck and unravel the horrifying fate of the Von Braun and her crew. So that's kind of the cool thing there going on. The only thing that I say really sucks is that when it comes to Night Dive, it was their, like, the CEO acted a complete tit and basically tried to go out of their way to cancel this. It was like a sticker making company that had put out just I think this is being I think when we covered it too about just some from with the whole election going on, and put out some positivity or whatever, and just was not condemning Trump. And so the CEO of Night Dive, like I said, acted a tit and went out of his way to almost try and just ruin that company by basically being a nasty little bitch. But it's hard to, the tough thing is that the company as a whole, like their team has done a really good job with putting all this stuff together. So it's kind of the tough part with that. But they've done, like I said, they've done really amazing stuff for all these different all these old games. Like I said, they've just been like reviving old games that
They do anything with Bounty Hunter Wars, or was that better than Dark Forces?
Oh, the Star Wars Bounty Hunter? No, that was Aspire.
Is it better or worse? Is it compared to Dark Forces?
Oh, much different, because Bounty Hunter was a third person shooter mostly, or could be. While Dark Forces is strictly first person shooter. I went through the original game, and
which one did you like better?
Well, I don't know, because I just used I modded the original Dark Forces with a HD texture pack. Looked great, looked fantastic. I do kind of want to check out the Night Dive's version.
Okay.
So this is also the kind of cool thing too, was that on over on Kickstarter, they did update things saying, "Hello hackers, we have some exciting saying we have some exciting news to share with you. The release of System Shock 2 Anniversary Remaster is fast approaching. In March, during GDC 2025, we will announce the game's release date so kind of like what we already went over on Niche Gamer. But the extra thing here is, as a reminder, Kickstarter backers at the humanoid mutant tier and above will receive a free key for System Shock 2 Anniversary Remaster when the game releases. Important note, similar to how you received your digital copy of System Shock Remake, your key will be sent to the email that you have listed on Backer Kit if you have any questions, yada yada. So yeah, for anybody, and so like myself, I will be able to get the game for free because I was a backer that, like it is, did go at above that tier, the humanoid mutant tier. And I will eventually update everybody on a lot of the drama and stuff with this Kickstarter project. I've been doing some tweets about it here and there, and keeping even like the melee games and Melee K updated on it, because they are very passionate and really, keeping an eye on the company Limited Run Games. So it's a whole saga. But once I get things finalized, I'll give a whole proper update.
What was the company that we were ripping on? Was it the one you just mentioned, that like
Limited Run Games? Yeah,
that was like people were buying stuff that then they weren't getting their stuff.
Right, and they had to jump through so many hoops just to get it and stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah. They're still around. They didn't go out of.
No, dude, they've been around for a while now, and they've So it's been a split thing, like it is. I mean, and I've talked about this with people. You know, some people have good experiences, some have bad. I don't know how which if there's like a 50-50 split or 70-20 or something like that. But yeah,
They
like
screwed that guy out of his game,
oh I know, and
people are still buying from them.
Like it is, not everybody is so connected in online to find this stuff out, and then you do have other people that will happily, for whatever reason, go out of their way to guard for these companies. I know I was kind of going back and forth with some people when I was first starting to bring it to people's attention that one of the items that I got in my System Shock kit had a big gash in it that was factory sealed on top of it. So not only did the book get a gash, they said, all right, this is fine. Factory sealed it, put it in my box. I happen to be the unlucky mother fricker that got it, and they sent it to me. So it's been a whole saga. Like I said, I'll do a big proper update when I have finally finished everything. So, but yes,
Are you buying stuff from them?
No. Night Dive made the executive decision to use limited run games as the company to provide their special edition equipment or boxing and stuff like that, and little goodies from the project that they did. So they made the choice to use this company, probably because of their own, they are a very popular company with a lot of people. So yeah, like it is. I was willing to get, and I said this on X when I was doing the first post, I was willing to give them the chance and the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, as it turned out, I happen to be one of the people that gets screwed with some bad gear. And so it's been a whole saga. Like I said, I will get around to updating everybody on it when I get the chance. So
you're still willing to, so if you want the Night Dive game, you have to go to limited. You only
no. The entirely separate issue. Entirely separate.
Okay.
Okay. If you want the games, go to Night Dive. They're the ones selling the games. So yeah. But
they partnered with Limited Run
for this project, yes. But it's only been this one-time thing so far.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. Let me get back through chat really quick here. Timon had said, I prefer Davos has fallen. G20 is lame. I don't know what he's talking about. Melissa Lord says, Bucky and the Rejects. I mean, Thunderbolts? LOL, no. The funny thing was, like, I completely forgot about that movie even being a thing until I think somebody in our DM groups was bringing it up. I'm like, oh, that's right. I forgot about that shit. Completely forgot about it. Hello, New York, Florida man. How are you doing? Saying George Lucas invented having a beard way too high up on the face. Huh. I didn't know that. And then said he could just get it lined up a little lower near the neck area. Dan Blackwright said, let's all watch the Thunderbolts trailer twice. You, sir, are a man of passion, conviction. I don't know. No. Nerdy Neo says, I'd love a Jedi Knight remaster too. Like I said, if they did a really good job with it, and I mean, Night Dive does have at least that they have a track record of producing good remasters and everything. So I would love to see Dark Forces 2 remastered from them. And like I said, if they can really upscale the oh god, I'm forgetting the term. The FMV sequences, that'd be freaking phenomenal. I would love that. Lethal Lightning, hello, sir. How are you doing today? Saying LRG is like smashing your head into a wall just to get a basic answer. Bruh, I know. Lord have mercy, do I know. And the emails, the back and forth on X, it's been annoying. It really has been. But like it is, I'll get there with that. Because that, like I thought, they ended up passing the buck, and it was a thing that Night Dive took the slack. So they allegedly have all the inventory. I'm now just trying to work with Night Dive also to try and get the items. So it's ugh. Timon says, I want a Spaceballs game. That would be something. I'm surprised there wasn't something. I mean, that was the whole pitch was, merchandising. Oh God, boy. All right. So G20. Should we find out the pain that Static is trying to put us through?
No.
I got to know now.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Can just take him at his word.
We're going to do this. All right. Oh my God. The downvotes, 47,000 downvotes, 7,000 upvotes. Holy shit.
I don't want to.
This is wild.
I don't want to.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't like the downvotes.
Oh, you're gonna love. I think this is gonna be painful. Hopefully hilarious.
No, thank you.
Oh no, Hitman, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna enjoy it. See, look at how can we deny Brad this joy? Look at that. Hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah.
No, it's Prime. No, turn it off.
Oh boy, let's all right, here we go. All right, I have it shared in Discord for you.
Don't want to.
Do you have it ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh my fucking God. What the hell was that shit?
Can I just say that I don't like Static right now?
What? Oh, I think Static's gonna make us watch this.
I'm not doing it. I'm not available.
Hey, Greg, how's it going, man? It's like, oh my fucking God, what the hell did I just walk into? You just walked into oh God, how do I put this?
I don't know what he walked into.
For anybody that thought the tier shit was dead, black female president basically being John McClane, being John fucking McClane. That was what this shit was. And it looked so like they were so like I caught it. Like, yeah, okay. So they were trying to set up she was in the military at some point. Here we go. There it is. She doesn't look like she hasn't done shit. And no way in hell was she taking on a dude that big and jacked.
We should watch it again. Watch it again.
What part?
All of it.
No, I'm not watching that whole thing again.
I missed some of it. Watch it again.
No.
Play it again.
Holy shit.
I missed some of it. Play it again.
Oh.
Thank you. And you have to sit there and watch it with me.
Oh, wow. And of course, they tailor it off with the gay guy at the end there. Oh, Lordy Lord. Okay, yeah, there you go. Wow, the chat is just going.
Did you start it yet?
I already already played it, you dingbat.
I know. Play it again because I didn't see. I missed a part of it.
No, you shut up.
I did.
I was sharing it and everything. You should have been able to watch it just fine.
No, I didn't. Play it again.
I'm not playing that whole thing again.
It's not fair. I didn't see it.
Do you really want me to play the whole thing again?
I mean, Brad. What did you? Brad probably wants you to play it again.
Oh.
Not my opinion.
Oh, is that who that was? Melissa Lord says this shit is lame as fuck. At first, I thought the bad guy was Seth Rollins. But then I found out it was Homelander. I thought it was I thought it looked like oh my god, I'm forgetting his name now.
The guy from Yellowstone.
No, Kurt Russell's kid, who's been
Oh yeah.
And well, he was the other Captain America, not Patriot. No, not Iron Patriot. But he and he's been also in a he also played like the young version of Kurt Russell in that stupid oh god, what was the damn movie? Or TV show? The show that the for the whole Godzilla Monsterverse. I'm forgetting what the hell the show is called. But yeah, I thought it was Kurt Russell's kid. Wyatt Russell, yeah. I thought it was him. That's funny. That's bad. Duke saying this is gonna be awesome. Is this Barry or Mike? Asked Dan Blackroyd. Good question. I like Melissa. Yes, Blake. Davos has fallen. I hear Davos and I think Davros from Doctor Who. Duke Devil says Viola Davis is the John McClane we've always wanted. John McClane to be a strong black woman. Shut your mouth.
She's a John McClane that we needed but never got.
So do you really want me to play this trailer again?
I thought you wanted to watch it again because I forget I didn't watch all of it because you didn't share it for me.
Yes, I did.
I didn't see it. Bradley, did you see it? I didn't see it.
You asshole.
That's the nicest thing you said to me today. Listen, you love John McClane.
Thank you, Duke Devil. He had the Wyatt Russell in there. U.S. agent, that was it.
You love John McClane and you should want to watch it again. So I don't know why you're hating on me. I'm just trying to give you what you want and the people what they want. I thought it was about the Obamas. I thought it was Michael Obama or Michelle Obama at first.
I mean, it's got all the God. The whole goon squad is all a bunch of white dudes. Even at least Gruber's men, he had some diversity in there. Mainly the tech guy, but and then of course the young girl could do all the hacking and stuff like that.
This is actually, you know what?
Oh God.
The trailer for Fantastic Four. This is actually, I think, better than the Fantastic Four trailer.
No, you're not doing that. Really?
Oh,
you think this was better? Come on.
Oh yeah. Captain America quote or drop in there. She's literally the female. She's a female present version of John Wick with a hint of John McClane.
If you're trying to pull a Duke Devil here, you're not succeeding.
Listen, Duke and I. No. I'm being serious. You don't think so?
Like Melissa Lord says, you can clearly see the people who made this expected knee pad Kamala to win. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Greg says, I really appreciate the fact that the trailer explained how the bad guys were going to do the voices for the deep fake. And I love that now we are in control of the narrative. Uh-huh. And Greg says, otherwise I would have been highly suspicious of the movie's premise. Oh.
We should go see it
I would
together and live stream it like Bradley did at the when he was
Duke said, I was speaking of Brad, I'm trying to figure out what part you found more offensive, a black female president or a black female heroic soldier. Both.
I think it's great. I can't wait to see it.
Don't you start, Decrepit.
No.
How's it going, man? Saying play it again. I am not playing that again.
Listen, Decrepit wants you to play it. Give the people what they want. Don't be selfish. The people have spoken. Decrepit wants it. Brad probably wants it too.
I just don't.
You're telling me that a black female president, John McClane and John Wick, it's like John Wick and John McClane had a baby and created this black female president, and you don't want to watch it?
Do you?
Listen, I mean,
I would rather watch The Room by Tommy Wiseau than I'd want to watch this. I would rather watch the Star Wars Holiday Special than watch this. Than watch this subversive crap.
So full of it. No, you would not.
Yes, I would.
Your nose is growing.
I easily watched the Holiday Special during Christmas, so.
You're telling me that there's not a singular part of you that wants to watch this movie?
No, not at all.
Marvel guy, they dropped Captain America. You should be all over this. You should be white on red.
Oh, they drop one line. Oh, what do you think you are, Captain America? Oh yeah, that's supposed to just drag me right in to go and watch it on Prime. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think you're sexist.
That's how my mama raised me. She had the internalized misogyny, so what can I say?
Listen, I think this is what I'd say. I think we all, and I'll take off, I think we all watch this on the Monday pregame. Or Monday bloodbath.
Bloodbath.
Political. I think we all take a Monday off. We all watch this on Bloodbath. And then Bradley included, and hey, we get Dermy on there too. I can't wait to see what Dermy has to say about this. And we all have a Q&A afterwards, like Theory did with his best friend Ryan Cannell, Geek and Gamers, and then act like we fall asleep like he did.
Duke says G20 subtitled "Stunning and Brave." Greg, no. Decrepit saying, "I just got here, lads. How's it going?" All dude, you walked into it. You walked into it.
You want us to watch this trailer again? Tell Fractured that you want to watch it again.
Well, Nerdy Neo says, "Don't do it. He can watch it on his own if he wants." I am going with Nerdy Neo here.
Is Static still on here? That's what we need to do. You need to ask him if we should watch it on Bloodbath. I think we could be doing on the pregame, and then we should all have we could all talk about it
after. Duke had said before we started this, tomorrow night is Q-less. Shut up and watch this. So at least we're in for a treat tomorrow when we watch Deep Space Nine. Are you gonna actually show up?
Oh yeah, this episode I think is gonna be it's a Q episode, of course.
Okay. Dan Blackray says go one step further. Replace G20 with the Stargate episodes each week forever. No. Well, since it was also requested earlier, I'll get that Thunderbolts trailer.
So you'll watch the Thunderbolts trailer, but you won't watch this
You
again?
asked for this.
I also asked for you to watch it again, but you didn't do it.
I refuse. Decrepit says, "LO, if it was that bad, then don't punish chat." There you go. There you go.
No, if one of us suffers, we all suffer.
Greg says, I'd rather watch Michael Obama's bottom surgery than the trailer again. Oh, no.
What did he say?
He said, I'd rather watch Michael Obama's Michelle bottom surgery than that trailer again. How the sausage is made, sir. How the sausage is made. For anybody that knows Mediker's video. See, I read that as Michael, and it's Michelle. I don't know. Dan Blackbird says,
Michael.
yes, the main event. All right, here's the next one. And here I was going to be talking about some gaming news. All right, here we go. Gotta make sure and share this for Hitman so he can see it too. All right, it's in Discord now, sir.
Okay. I'm trying. You said that last time.
Well, this time I mean it. Don't pull this crap with me.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep the American people safe?
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So none of us comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot?
I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Stop! Where are you? Everyone here has done bad things. You can't escape the past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
God, thank you. This has makings of team that can rise to glory. Bring light from the darkness. This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box. With a little giddy part.
Alexei, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
Wow. So
That's bad. That first trailer was better.
I at least got a few chuckles out of that last trailer. Yeah, this one was just kind of, the Marvel humor was all there. It was obnoxious and stupid.
What the first trailer again?
And as far as I am aware too, like this is dealing with the big bad in this is supposed to be the Sentinel, if I remember right, and then he's basically a Superman tier character.
Yeah.
And you have basically, like a couple of guys that are kind of super soldier, and then the rest are a bunch of normies, and they're supposed to take on this giant kind of threatening bad guy.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that's gonna work. Sentry, sorry, not Sentinel. I got it mixed up with something else. Thank you, Dan Blackroyd, Liquid Blake. Sentry,
Really?
sorry, my mistake. But yeah, and I guess it's also he's kind of dual personality, and the one that they're
Wasn't he in the Black Widow movie?
Yeah, so like Duke says, Century Superman tier character with split personality. And I saw Mr. Bug talking about it on X too. He was saying the same things about how is it like a couple of super soldiers and a bunch of normie characters supposed to take on such a massive threat like this.
And who's the main villain?
Century. Like I said, he's a guy that's basically supposed to be a Superman level mutant or whatever he's supposed. Is he, guys, can you, if you could tell me, is he supposed to be like a mutant or just something else? Because I vaguely remember him popping up in one of the big events I was following. I think it was Civil War, the original Civil War comic run that they were doing. I was catching some of those just because of the Spidey stuff and his inclusion in that. But yeah. God damn it, Craig. You're just a huge Hollywood fan. I knew it. Dan Blackberry says it will be Century versus Void, I think. Huh. Yeah, Melissa Lord, just bring back the In a World guy from the 90s trailers. We need that voiceover giving us the details about the movie. Oh, okay. He took a serum like Cap, but much stronger. Gotcha. Okay, so that's like it is. I know some of the like the was it John Walker character is has been basically they tried to villainize him in the Black Captain America Falcon series. They tried to villainize him, but everybody was like, he's the good guy in this. What are you talking about? And that was basically what also sums up. Yeah, Duke Devil says John Walker did nothing wrong. Decrepit says Marvel Suicide Squad right on, loads guns and grabs whiskey bottle. Oh, if you know, it's when going through so much of this stuff, it really almost makes you want to start drinking. I don't know. I just like it is, I haven't followed all this as much as other people have. And even just from an outsider normie perspective on some of this, it's like, what was appealing about that? At least that the G20 was so stupidly ridiculous you could get a chuckle out of it. This, oh Lord have mercy.
It was bad.
Very bad. Oof. And that was the thing, like, I completely forgot this was even going to exist. And then, like, I think it was like this trailer or something that popped up. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was a thing. What was it, too? I think somebody was, like, saying, like, watch, this will be, like, some weird sleeper hit. I doubt it, but yeah. I mean, you wanted to watch it, so.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know how bad it was going to be.
Dan Blackgrid, you were just haters. Movie of the year. Well, I'm glad you are so positively optimistic there.
The first trailer absolutely will be the movie of the year.
What's that?
The first trailer we watch will be the movie. Absolutely.
I just know it. Static's gonna probably make us watch it. I just know it. That asshole. Oh. Yeah. So that was that. Greg says not to be the odd one in the chat, but I thought that was one of the more interesting trailers coming from Marvel in quite some time. Really? Huh. And you were really adamantly against the not adamantly, but you weren't a big fan of the Fantastic Four trailer that we watched last week.
Me?
No, Greg.
Yeah.
Dan Blackred says Greg is with me, Team Greg and Blake. I don't know, like I don't know. It was you're kind of like standard, almost like grape color tint over the movie itself. I don't know, like I am starting to miss the days of some of the goofy superhero movies where the outfits were bright and vibrant and they stood out. It just kind of looked like almost like not a world is ending, but just kind of that whole like I don't know how to describe it.
I don't.
Anyway, that was Duke saying Viola Davis will win another Academy Award for G20. Won't surprise me. Decrepit says, I just genuinely give $0 about any of this Marvel horse shit. Endgame was titled perfect. Marvel Cinematic Universe died there and then. I've said this before too, and I know I'm not alone, and I'm sure at least for sure probably other people have said this. Like hell, like Endgame should have been like after that fact. If they were gonna continue on, reboot the series, reboot the cinematic universe, especially then because they got Fantastic Four and the X-Men back under their belt. But if anything, you're absolutely right. It should have just been that was it. That was done, finished, finito, no more. Maybe finish off the Spider-Man trilogy, but otherwise you could have just topped it off right there. And yeah, Endgame was a crap movie too. It was. I wasn't a big fan of Infinity War either, personally. But it was better than Endgame, that's for sure. Endgame just ended up with their whole time travel malarkey. Made me want to watch Back to the Future instead, because they mentioned Back to the Future, and you don't mention a better movie in your crappy movie. So I was really like, I just want to stop this and watch Back to the Future now.
There is more talk, however, and I was going to bring this other Back to the Future 4 actually being a thing now.
Okay, so I do have that article, and it really cheeses me off. Because it was just last week, here we were talking about Back to the Future and everything, and the fact that Bob Gale had given the finger and said no Back to the Future 4 movie.
And what happened?
And what should happen? But new Back to the Future video game in development, allegedly. I'm always for taking anything with a grain of salt. Brand new Back to the Future game in development, according to film writer Bob Gale. A brand new Back to the Future game is in development, according to the co-creator of the series. There are a few film franchises as iconic as Back to the Future, which is somewhat surprising given it's only 3 movies that are now 40 years old. And the feeling of old continues. And I think I just killed my chair.
What did you do? Kill this chair, folks.
Damn it, dog. Yep, I killed my chair. I was trying to reach over and stop my dog from grabbing something and running away with it. And I was kind of leaning over awkwardly, and sadly, I just killed my lifelong chair. Well, not lifelong. I've had that chair for so long, too. I tried repairing it, but... Okay, back to this.
We want to know how you broke it.
It was already... So, I'd already tried replacing the completely broken wheels with a whole new frame on the bottom. And, you know, like it is, I don't, I did only so well of a job. And it was already kind of foobarred. Yeah. And it was hanging in there for a while. And I was kind of worried about sometimes leaning over in different directions on it. And now I just leaned wrong on the chair. So now I'm just kind of on the floor.
Went kaput.
It went kaputski. Bad choice of words. Yes. Now Dan Blackburn is saying the chair he was born in, decrepit, saying the chair he said his first words in. I just meant it was because like it is, I have gone through computer chairs. This one had actually hung in there for quite a while. God damn. Anyway, back to this. The films are a lighthearted romp as Marty McFly goes back in time with Doc Brown, but begins to mess with the timeline in ways that could erase everything he knows, including himself. The film spawned 2 successful sequels, which go as the name would apply to the future and even further into the past. There have been calls for Back to the Future movie, which we covered that stuff last week for years, both as a sequel or a remake. Remakes can fuck off. Oops. Back. However, the team behind Back to the Future is incredibly protective over the 3 movies they created and have zero interest in letting that ever happen. There was a musical retelling Back to the Future that happened on stage a few years ago, and director Robert Zemeckis has expressed interest in making that a film. But that's about it in terms of the big screen continuations. There was a small screen version of Back to the Future via an animated series in the 90s, but it was fairly short-lived. I remember that too. I enjoyed that as a kid. They even had Happy Meal toys for it too, and I remember getting the little DeLorean that had the sparks on it, like at the near the vents, and it'd kind of spark and everything. It was cool. And then Doc Brown was kind of hanging out of the window. It's a cool little toy. However, there's another medium for Back to the Future. According to Back to the Future writer Bob Gale, a brand new video game is in development. Speaking to Cleveland.com, Gale noted that they are working on a new video game, but was reluctant to share any further details. However, he did note it is something that he has wanted to make happen for a long time. Quote, "We've got a shot at a new video game based on Back to the Future," said Gale. "I don't want to tell you anything more than that because I'm not allowed to, but this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. Knock on wood that it will happen. Of course, 2025 is the 40th anniversary of the original movie. We're planning on some events, plus there's a documentary that's in post-production now about the making of the musical. It sounds like the Back to the Future video game is still in the very early stages and could fall apart, but he's hopeful it will see the light of day. As for what this could be, no one knows. It could be a VR game, it could be a new console game, it could be something else. Telltale made a Back to the Future game back in the early 2010s, and it was well liked. But that's the only attempt at making such a thing. Whether or not this would be yet another retelling of this classic film series or something brand new remains to be seen. Nevertheless, it's exciting to hear there's something new coming down the pipeline for Back to the Future." Like it is, man.
Movie or not movie?
No, this isn't talking about the movie. This is talking about a new video game. And apparently, according to him, they've got it in the works at least. And you say development, but like that could be meaning anything. Like they're developing story ideas and stuff like that. Like they may not have even started creating the game itself. The question is too, who are they working with again? Or who are they working with now? Are they working with Telltale again to do another point and click adventure game? Which again, that one wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it for the most part. It was kind of goofy at times. and everything, because you go back to the past to Doc Brown as a teenager, basically. Shenanigans ensue. You even have authoritarian Doc Brown ruling over Back to the Future. Oh, Back to the Future over Hill Valley, thanks to his he didn't even like. I don't even know if he had a crush on her as a teenager, but like the woman he ends up marrying instead of the woman he does. And yeah, like I said, shenanigans ensued. They did have at the end of the final part, they did bring in Michael J. Fox to voice, but they had some I forget the voice actor's name now, but he didn't do a bad job. It was still kind of awkward though, because he knew it wasn't Michael J. Fox doing the role, so it felt still kind of off. And then you still had Christopher Lloyd voicing for Doc, although I don't know for his younger self. Like I said, it wasn't a bad game. It was fine. It was serviceable. But like it was like my thing was always, because I've played some Grand Theft Auto Vice City mods that's like recreating Back to the Future. The Back to the Future the ride in the game, and it's fun because with the GTA, they give you the DeLorean, you get to drive around it, go back in time. You could even, like, if you are playing the game regularly, because they were still working on it at the time, but I just like being able to drive around in the proper time machine DeLorean. Like, that's all I want. Give me that and I was a happy camper. But like there's been fan projects and stuff like that going on. This though, I don't know, like it, part of me is curious, like what are they gonna do? But I'm still on the side of just leave it alone, guys. Like, you don't need to do extra. The Back to the Future does not need an expanded universe. I think I said that last week, and I'm saying it again here. It doesn't need an expanded universe or anything like that. It did its job. It told its story and everything like that. I think we could put it to rest. Okay. I don't think we need anything extra. It was fun while we had, not while we had it. We still have it. We can still watch the movies anytime we freaking want. We can still if you want to, you can replay the game any time you want, I think. Ooh, maybe not, because Telltale sort of kind of went out of, I wonder if, speaking of, I wonder if on GOG they have the Telltale games. Let's see really quick. Now I'm curious. Back to the Future. No, couldn't find any matching your criteria. Oh. Interesting. Then I wonder, does Steam have it? Because I think I got the Telltale games when they're on the PlayStation. No, not even on Steam. Because it looks like they just have... Are you kidding me? Power Wash Simulator, Back to the Future Special Pack. Oh my God. Planet Coaster, Back to the Future, Time Machine Construction. So that's all they've got for it. So the game, I guess, Telltale, if you had it, awesome. If you don't, well, you're up the creek without a paddle. Everybody's your thoughts, Hitman?
This is my thoughts. All right, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Trying to rile you up. I think that this game will be greenlit.
Uh-huh.
I think that they will turn this they'll create a new franchise, or they'll extend the franchise to kind of a open up to a universe of multiple movies, and they will do this and they'll do this by kind of similarly doing like how Star Wars has done it, right? They've used Star Wars and the nostalgia bait to make more movies within that universe. So I think I could be wrong, and again, we don't build our show on theories, but since you brought up Star Wars theory at the beginning of the show, I think it's only right to, out of honor of
Oh my
Star Wars theory,
God.
we just create a theory that they create this game. I guess it's not really a theory because they're going to
they're talking. It's
so I guess that's the difference between us and him. This isn't a theory. They will greenlight this game, and I believe that they will open this up to do multiple movies. Whether or not Michael J. Fox comes back, I don't know. It would be very difficult. But I think that if they're money hungry enough, they will set it up to where they can do multiple movies and make money. Because ultimately, they don't care about 1, 2, and 3. They don't care. They just want money. And I say this in all seriousness. I'm not trying to get your blood riled up, but last week we talked about how he wasn't going to, or we thought that there's no way he would, and now this comes out, and it leads me to believe that like he may actually indeed do it. I told you money talks, and I have no idea if money's even in the picture, but you're pretty adamant that he was like, nope, not gonna do it.
Well, that was the impression I got last week, and I was like, it felt so confident and felt so comforted. I was like, yes, I was comfy in my chair. I was like, yes, this is gonna be.
I think this is telling, right? Because your chair broke, so I think this is a sign that like you were confident that he wasn't, and now your chair broke. You're comfy in your chair,
Yes.
now your chair broke.
Now I'm uncomfortable sitting here on the floor as I'm trying to do this stream.
Oh,
so
I think that sometimes I say stuff to get you riled up, but I genuinely think like why just stop at a game? I guess you
right.
could.
You could,
like,
but
why?
No, you're absolutely right.
I think there will be I think there will be a sequel. I don't think they can't do a prequel unless they de-aged. They de-age Michael J. Fox, and that's even if they were able to get him in some type of capacity. I guess they could do what they did with Carrie Fisher in was it Rogue One, but it's also they had her in. Was she in the movie after she died? Didn't they do like they brought her back, you all right, with CGI?
They de-aged her for
Rogue One.
No, for Rogue One, but also they did de-age her in Rise of Palpatine for for the flashback, and then I think they had some stuff with her done, but yeah, then I think that's when they just killed her off in the movie.
Well, yeah, because she already died, but they did basically what they did with Peter Cushing,
right? Kind of at that
so
time, but
they could very well do it. I mean, the benefit is Michael J. Fox, praise God, isn't dead, right? So they
and if he signs over his likeness for both AI voice work and for his looks, they can just go hog wild.
Yes. See, we're gonna have a 4, 5, and 6.
Don't say that. Don't.
Christopher Lloyd's still
I don't.
I'm just listening. I'm telling you. Why stop to the game? Makes no sense. You have an opportunity to listen. If I was the mastermind behind this, if I want to make 4, 5, and 6, you want to know how I would do it?
How would you do it?
Release a game, get people interested in it, give them a little teaser, and then I would start, thinking about movies. Because here's the thing: this isn't a subjective opinion, man. Like, look at it. What has most of the franchises as of late done? When they've released more their movies, what have they done? They've built it off what? Nostalgia,
right?
I've said this for years. The WWE can't do anything without the old legends. We talked about how it was Gladiator. We've talked about Beetlejuice. We've talked about
all that stuff.
all this, it's all built off this that we've seen in Star Wars. Why bring back the Naboo starfighter? What was it? I forget the model number, but why bring that up in the Book of Mando? Or I'm sorry, not the Book of Mando, in Mandalorian. There was no point.
Oh, right,
If
for his new
you
ship and
wanted-
everything. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, they're not smart enough. They did because it was nostalgia bait. Key jangling is what you said. Like,
Yep.
nobody can come up with anything new. So that only leaves them with robbing Peter to pay Paul, going back to the dumpster. Now, I'm not calling the old WWE legends, but I'm saying that the premise is the same. You go back in time and you build stuff off that because that is what people love and miss.
Right.
Listen, I get it. Like, I haven't seen them, but I would agree with you. Like, I'm very adamant. Let franchises just let them rest in peace. Let them die.
Yeah.
Let them die off.
That would be the
their
best
glory.
bet. Yeah. Or the best
Right.
path to take.
I was furious when they brought back Michael Keaton I didn't watch it, but The Flash. I was like, why? Like, why bring it back? It's just nostalgia. There's no reason. And you know what? If you wanted to bring him back, you should have done a third movie. And mind you, Tim Burton should have been given the opportunity to make a third one, because that's what the fans. Well, I'm not going to say that's a generalized statement. I wanted a third one because I wanted, like, you can't. You've got to, like, typically it's. Do you do it in threes? You had one, fantastic. Two was good. Should have got a three because you didn't know what happened with Harvey Dent.
Right.
Harvey Dent was supposed to become Two-Face, and we didn't get that in the second one.
No.
Right. So now I don't know what there's left. I don't know what's left to do with Back to the Future trilogy because I haven't seen them, but I guarantee you that they'll do it. And I think, and this may be a bad point, it might be neither here nor there, but if oh my God, Christopher Lloyd is still, if Christopher Lloyd will take a job at Disney to do Mandalorian, do you not think he would reprise his role as Doc?
Oh, I'm sure he would. Yes, he does it for any opportunity of.
For sure. Now, if you're loyal to the character, and this might be subjective, but if I was Ian McGregor or if I was Hayden Christensen and I had seen everything that Disney Star Wars had been doing to Star Wars, I would not come back for that show.
Right.
Because I love, if you look, like, that's subjective, I guess, but they if they love Star Wars, they've seen what Disney had done with it. History repeats itself over and over again with Disney. They should come back. Same thing with Christopher Lloyd, because you can't trust any. I mean, I don't know, man. We're going on tangents. It's not that you can't trust anybody, but, like, we live in a culture of, like, everybody boobs everything up. It's quantity over quality.
Absolutely. No,
we are removed from the days where people just give a flying rat's booty about what they produce. They just want money. And they want to produce how they want to produce it. And there may not be anything wrong with that as long as what you're producing is consistent to whatever character whatever story you're trying to tell.
Right.
You can't put a twist on it, I guess, here and there, but, like, it needs to be consistent.
That's always been our point of contention with a lot of this stuff, is consistency. So
I could be wrong, and maybe I am wrong, and maybe they won't do movies, but then it begs the question, why create a game?
Right.
What precedes movies? Toys, right? So, I mean, that may be a really bad example,
often a
but,
video game adaptation, but this could be the reverse, where it's the time of the video game, and then they want to do a live action adaptation of that.
Right. They do what they did with Deceived, right? So SOTOR was supposed to be an extension of the book.
It is an extension of the books, yes.
It is, right? Well, that was the point,
It's
right?
just continued storytelling for that era.
Maybe
Yeah.
they don't make movies, and they just maybe this video game is the extension of the movie. I don't know, but at the end of the day, there's going to be some type of extension, unless this game is just a remastered version of the original, which it's not, because they would have said it if it was.
Yeah.
So whatever we get, movies or games, there's going to be an extension of the story, and that, in my opinion, for me, is troubling, because I am very cynical when it comes to either sequels or
Yeah.
Well, just sequels in general.
Yeah, just those in general, because they can be also very, very hit or miss.
I mean, the example that I would give, and we can move on, is, Batman Begins, I really enjoyed. Thought it was fantastic. Wish they would have done more with Ra's al Ghul. Dark Knight Rises, also fantastic. And that's just an example of they're both fantastic. Is one better than the other? You can,
What about Dark Knight?
Terrible. Should never have done it.
Really?
Right?
That's like the most popular one.
Well, no, what do you mean? The Rise of the Dark Knight Rises?
Dark Knight. That's the one with the Joker, right?
No, yeah. So yeah, Batman Begins. You have Dark Knight. Yeah, so 1 and 2 were
Batman Begins and then Dark Knight and then Dark Knight Rises. Yeah.
The third one should never have been a thing.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Should never have been a thing, right? So you do in rare cases have where the original is just as good as the second,
right?
But it's a rarity, right? So who directed Back to the Future? Who created it?
That was Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis. Robert Zemeckis, I believe, was the director. Yeah.
And this is a dumb question because I don't know. Are they still? They're both still alive. Obviously,
yes.
Bill is, but it's okay.
They're both still alive.
The only card that can be played here is if they come together in unison and decide on what to tell another story. But here's the thing: is it possible to tell a story without the influence of DEI and all this hoopla that's going on within the culture? I don't know them personally. Maybe they're against it. I don't know. Didn't watch the movies, but that's another thing. Can you make a movie in this day and age? Like we talked about social credit, right? Can they create another 4, 5, and 6, if you will, if they're going to do 3 movies? Can they create that, tell a consistent story that appeals to the original loyal fan base without inserting all this crap of like what we talked about?
Well, I think that's been part of the reason why for their hesitance to actually make anything new anyways, but also I think that's just because they're also very committed to the fact that it's, well, at least in terms of movies, that it's done. The 3 movies are it. They've God, now I can't think of the word, but they've pursued other media avenues to tell more Back to the Future stuff. Like I said last week, they did it with comic books, and then the Telltale video game. So it looks like they're going back to another video game in this instance. So the movies they see as a done medium. Other things it seems like they're open to, and like the article also pointed out, was the cartoon. So they had that, but I don't know how much involvement they had in that.
Well, he would have to have some type of say in the game if he created it and has the rights, right? Or no?
No, that's a good point. And I'm gonna try and see what the cartoon, if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's stars David Kaufman. I mean, it still lists, yes. It even had Tom Wilson in the cartoon. Huh, I'll be damned. And Mary Steenburgen, Christopher Lloyd. Huh. God, it's been so long since I've seen that cartoon.
Is anything I say?
It was still being done by Zemeckis and Bob Gale, according to this.
Yeah. So my question, at least
it lists them as the creators for sure.
Right. So my question to you is anything I just said? I mean, is it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think it's just I'm stirring the pot here? Because I genuinely want to know. Like I've said my thoughts. This is what I think. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll do as I normally do and say that I'm wrong and own it. But it's just we were so sure last week that he wasn't going to do anything, and now
a video game crops up. You know what? In this day and age, anything is possible. I want to say they stick to it and they don't make any movies. They make sure there are no remakes, because I think the remake, if there's a remake, that's where a lot of the problems are going to start cropping up. I don't think you're wrong to be skeptical on it and everything. So, but then I'm kind of jaded. I'm kind of, biased on that point just because I think the same way. It's like anything could freaking happen at this point. I don't rule it out. I just, again, like it is. I do wish we could just leave things alone, let things just go off into the sunset. But looks like I am not getting that wish.
If they do a fourth one, are you gonna watch it?
A fourth movie? Lord, no.
Yeah. But
Okay, I can't actually say that. I can't actually say that because depending on how it looks, I could get more. Oh, Acid Stormblade
tipped $4.20. High fracture.
$4.20. 420, dude. He just says high fractured. Well, hello, Acid. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Haven't seen you around, but I appreciate the $4.20 tip, dude. Thank you. You're awesome.
There you go.
There we go. I think that puts the button on everything. The chat though has been yelling at me. Well, not yelling at me. They really want me to start reading everything off because thanks to the chair has now become quite the topic in chat. So I will not deny chat because some of them have been kind of funny. Here we go. So first we had Melissa Lord saying his grandmother gave him that chair. Dan Blackroy says, lean long, not wrong. That's my motto. Greg says that chair has been in the Tannen family since the days of Buford Mad Dog Tannen. Yeah, Greg said Back to the Future was a good trilogy, but it's not a fucking franchise. Agreed. Dan Blackroy says, from that chair, a casino empire was born. Decrepit said that chair has heard his darkest secrets. It has. It's heard a lot of stuff. Melissa Lord says Biff made all his money sitting in that chair. Greg said Pappy read "Oh La La" while sitting in that chair. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Dan Blackroy says Doc Brown slipped off that chair, hit his head, and got the idea for the flux capacitor. My chair has done great things. Decrepit said Marty got called chicken in that chair. Nobody, and I mean nobody, calls me chicken.
I thought you were gonna say nobody puts baby in the corner.
Dan Blackroy said it should be like Sonic. Marty can just run it really fast and spin in a ball. Or Marty and Doc driving around collecting mushrooms and they'd throw turtle shells at each other. Now that would be hilarious. Decrepit says L1 and R1 to activate Oh no. Parkinson's flurry attack. Bruh. Funny though. Greg says that chair was loaned to the Hill Valley mayor's office. Goldie Wilson signed bills in that chair. Damn it.
You're getting roasted over this chair.
I am. Acid Stormblade again.
Acid Stormblade tipped $4.20. Hi to fractured co-host Party Parent.
Another $4.20 tip says hi to fractured co-host Party Parrot. Okay.
You look like a parrot.
Damn. Melissa Lord says Principal Strickland gave Marty detention from that chair. Slacker. Dan Blackroy said that chair was made from the wood of the pine tree Marty destroyed when Twin Pines Mall became Lone Pine Mall. That explains it all. The man just wanted to breed pine trees. Greg says, legend has it that Doc almost sold that chair to the Libyans before cannibalizing a pinball machine. Oh, that hits. Just because, especially if you watch the movie. Oh. Jorge Lucas, hello, how's it going? Saying hoping for this game's failure. I don't want it to be a failure. I don't want something of Back to the Future to failure, but if it gets them to stop, yeah.
You know you do, don't lie.
Hush you. Dan Blackred, you have to read all of these Fractured. I believe I have. I believe I have now. I'm getting caught up to chat. The chair. Chat catch up about this is about to be hilarious, says Decrepit. Nerdy Neo says Carrie Fisher was dead when she was CGI'd into Rogue One. Oh, was she? Jesus. That explains a lot. Didn't they use her I think they used their daughter too as like a base, and then they sculpted her face onto her, which was, like I said, I have such a problem with the whole deep fake CGI stuff. Ugh. Dan Blackrock says D. Parkinson might be a stretch for modern animators. Oh no. Considering the black magic they work, wouldn't be surprised. Melissa Lord says Lorraine was sitting in that chair while George McFly was spying on her from the tree. No, George, stop it! Stop it, you peeping! He's a peeping Tom. Oh, Jorge Lucas says Christopher Lloyd has proven that he will star in any crap. Hence, The Mandalorian season 3. That's fair. Dan Blackred says, not Dan Blackred, Greg hates everything, says Marty doesn't need the car anymore. He holds onto the flux capacitor and shakes to 88 miles per hour. Oh boy. Oh, the Parkinson's jokes are hitting hard. Crevice said Christopher Lloyd does anything for money. Like I said, he's done so many commercials and stuff too. Basically, yeah, in a weird sense of reprising the role. Jorge Lucas says Hollywood would love a shot to defile this movie franchise as well. It's an untapped nostalgia bait gold mine. Yeah, and we covered it last week and everything. It was like things were looking good. He was giving people the middle finger about there's going to be no Back to the Future 4. And it wasn't, it's the old thing that happens to us. Not a day later like a day goes by that then suddenly some new news drops. And next thing we know, yeah, it's like, God damn it. Really? The news about this game dropped. And I was like, no. But here we are. Star Wars Marvel purist, how is it going, sir? Saying, what's up? Can I spit some fake Kyle Katarn lore to you? My name is Star Wars Normie. Why, yes, Star Wars Normie. Tell me, what do you know? What is your fake Kyle Katarn lore? What have you got to say there, buddy? What have you got for me? Huh?
He's a chef.
He was a chef with a sister that went missing, and that he was trying to hunt down, and then kind of randomly forgot about, and kind of remembered again, and then forgot again. And Melissa Lord says Batman Begins is the best Batman movie. Go.
Yes.
Goated. Acid Stormblade saying I'm not MRI on my new knee Tuesday. Yeah, I heard, dude. I really hope you're gonna be doing okay, man. You're in a rough business, buddy, but I know you're doing all the good that you can, and I hope things turn out okay. But again, thank you for the donuts, brother. You didn't have to. Appreciate it. Really. And again, like I said, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you eventually return and join us on the weekend pregame. We've been needing probably some of your background knowledge for some of the stuff Static has been throwing at us. Star Wars Marvel Peter says John Carpenter's The Thing and Scarface probably the only two remakes that are worth a damn. Yeah, I know about The Thing as a remake, but Scarface was too. I wasn't aware of that one.
I didn't know there was a Scarface too.
Well, I didn't know that Scarface was a remake.
I didn't either.
So, but then I've never looked to. I've watched Scarface like once, and I remember playing the video game. The video game was interesting because they did make it that you could not attack women, and there weren't kids anyway, so it wasn't like you could attack women and children. But like that, since that was like his whole rule and everything, they implemented that into the game. It made it that you couldn't do those things in that. So that was actually kind of interesting, because then it was just basically a GTA clone, which wasn't a bad idea. And the game wasn't bad. As the Stormblade dropping the little, what are those, like little spacemen thing? Oh, they're R2D2s. Nice. I had to go over to the Twitch chat just to see. Duke Devil says, clearly we need to remake Back to the Future with a gender swap and race swap of the main character. I give you Martinoqua McFly. How dare you?
That'd probably hit, honestly.
Acid saying it's an emote, not my fault your TTS can't understand emotes. Oh, the text to speech. Yeah. Oh, is that right? I was looking at it in the stream elements too, because I have it up so I could see what was said. Hey, it can only, these things, they can only do so much. But I appreciate it, dude. Dan Blackray says, it's always the Libyans. Decrepit, damn Libyans. Greg saying, honestly, Blake, what difference at this point does it make? Jorge Lucas says, imagine all the Trump references if they bring back future Biff from Back to the Future 2. Dude, that's God. Tom Wilson has been like bugged incessantly since Trump was running for president, and only then did people start asking him, hey, is it a Trump parody that you're doing of future Biff? And he's had to keep saying no. It's something that he created up for the character for that time. And I'm sure there are people that probably disbelieve him or don't believe him or whatever. They don't buy it. But, I'm willing to take him at his word that is the case. I mean, Trump has always been in the media in some form or another for a long goddamn time. But, I mean, before, he wasn't perceived in the media as some villainous person. In fact, it was always rather positive up until the 2016 election and everything. So, yeah, I feel bad for him, because I've seen like some of the convention videos where they're asking him that, and there's like multiple ones too where he has to like re-explain it again and again and again to different audiences about it. Decrepit says the new movie plot would just be the Family Guy cutaway. It's your kids, Marty. Your daughter marries a black man. Oh God. Melissa Lord says the original Scarface was black and white. It was about Al Capone, not Tony Montana. Real life lore, because that was one of Capone's nicknames. Oh, interesting. I need like the whole like the more you know little flyby. Jorge Lucas says first Scarface was a 30s mobster film. Melissa Lord says he got the name from getting cut on the face by an angry guy whose sister Capone was trying to bang. Oh, the Scarface part. Okay. Huh. Dan Blackray says there's a lot of people like that in the 80s. Yeah. Trump like moguls. That was like even the freaking although I hang on, let me just check myself here. Just a moment. Okay, yeah, like even Karate Kid Part 3 with Terry Silver. He was the evil mogul who was like trying to hide who had Dynatox and was trying to hide nuclear waste and stuff like that. Like he was your quintessential evil mogul, like rich billionaire type that you know, again, there was nothing to do with anything of Trump and that for sure. He had the slick back. He looked like a used car salesman, for God's sakes. And that was like, you know, another thing is like people saw used car salesmen as like dick bags. So, Timon saying, if not a DeLorean, pick a car for an update of the Back to the Future trilogy. There's nothing that would be that was as iconic as the DeLorean though. Like that was just such a car to pick. Dan Blackray says, no, it's Marty. Marty, it's your kids. They have their birth assigned gender. Oh no. Timon saying something shitty that didn't sell. Star Wars Marvel Pierce says Trump was end with a soft A. Right up until the point he became president, all the rappers talked about Trump and had him do skits on their albums. Then he magically became a racist. Yeah, I know. It's funny how this sounds. I mean, it's so funny. It's like some people were so like, oh my God, the mainstream media and their propagandist lies and stuff like that. And then it's like, okay, but now apply that to like throughout the rest of the time and really look up to when they've changed narratives and stuff like that and how quickly they would flip, even if it wasn't even legitimate sometimes. It's like, guys, the media has never been our friends, especially the news media. Marvel Pierce also says Melissa knows what's up. Talk about appropriating my culture. Decrepit says, yeah, they loved him. They did. I mean, that was it. Okay. For the most part, we are up to date on chat. Okay. There was one thing I want to go into, but this is kind of a bigger thing, and you still need to be out by 7, right?
Yeah, 7, around 7ish, yeah.
Right. Let's see here then. What could we pop up next? Because the one, maybe I'll save this for next week. Because it's a deeper topic that I would really want to look at on stream and everything for this one. Let's see then. What else can we go into before the Hammond's Bush? Before we get to the Hammond Bush. Let's see here. I know I've bookmarked some stuff. Oh, God damn it. Is he still going? Oh, no. Okay, that's something else. Thanks to Static, people are now trying to bombard me with quote unquote white pills on X. So some of it hasn't been bad. Some of it's been debatable. Let's see here. Ugh, no, I don't want to go near that. Let's see. You got anything in particular you wanted to bring up, sir?
Oh, it's just those two. The William Shatner. And
I mean, well, that was pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, there's been a few things here and there and everything, but why? Dan Blackbird says I have a 9-minute cut of all the Thunderbolts trailers if you want. Are you that hyped up for that movie, sir? Are you really all in?
Ooh. All into what?
Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah, it looks like a great movie.
I'm pressing X to doubt, sir. Oh, this feels so awkward trying to. I had to readjust it as I'm kind of just sitting here. Let's see here. I wanted to say there was something else I wanted to bring up really quick, but now I'm forgetting what the heck it was. Oops. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Here, let's. This'll probably be something that. Here, I'll bring up another trailer really quick, but this isn't for a movie. Because there was the state of play for PlayStation this week. I didn't watch it, but there was, I believe, a new trailer that dropped for, Metal Gear, the Metal Gear Snake Eater remake. So let me bring this up. Here we go. Let me make sure I got sound. Because if there's anything I am at least mildly interested in, and hope to God they do not mess this up, I'm really hoping they stay true. And it's so far so good from the looks of it. All right, it's in Discord for you, sir.
Hold on, let me get to it. Oh, why this does this? Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics.
Tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake? We are the sons of the boss.
I see it. The fear.
A great and terrible fury at being alive.
A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home.
Oh, it's looking really freaking good.
Are you excited?
I'm maybe a little bit.
You are.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. Dan Blackwright, he says some of the voices are off Fury and the end. I thought, well, I kind of thought too, oh no, you said Fury and I thought the Fear a little bit. But I mean, I just love that the Fear is Michael Bell, who did for voices for like the Snorks, and he was Raziel in Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, and he just has such a different voice playing the Fear. It's great. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that though. I don't know if they got all the people. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Oh, so for the Fury, it's archived sound. At least listed on IMDb, it's listed as archived sound. So it might be that might be the reason for it sounding a bit off. And the same with the end. The end is also listed as archive footage, as archive sound. Otherwise, everybody else shows to be kind of in there. Oh, really? Duke Devil says Michael Bell played Groppler Zorn in the first TNG episode, Encounter at Farpoint. Interesting.
Oh, fantastic episode that you didn't watch.
A lot of people are listed as archive sound, so it's like they just upload. So they just use the art. They didn't do any re-recordings. It looks like if they're just using archive. I'm wondering if maybe that's just how they're listing it for the IMDb, and maybe they did do it. They did do some recordings, but otherwise, that's what it's looking like. Which isn't bad. I mean, the problem is that you aren't. Then yeah, if you're trying to like up convert and everything, it could be a little. It could add distortion and stuff like that to the processes or whatever goes into this sort of stuff. Otherwise, oh god. I mean, I believe it's I'm pretty sure it's coming out on PC as well, not just whoopsie. Not just PlayStation. At least I think. If not, this is gonna kind of suck. I'm not getting a PlayStation 5.
You are, you're not.
I'm not.
Why would you not?
Because I don't want to buy one.
But why?
Because I don't want to support Sony.
But why?
We've already gone over this.
I mean, but it's PlayStation.
We've gone over this.
But just, yeah, get a better example as to why you don't.
Let's see here. Metal Gear Solid.
Is this coming out on the PlayStation?
Yeah, well, so let's see on the official website. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Steam. So yeah, it's hitting everything. So they're bringing back the Snake versus Monkey. That was in the Metal Gear Solid Subsistence version, I believe. And I guess another mode? That, I mean, even though I think it's still, that almost, I'm like, wait, that's not, if it's Xbox, that almost made, this image almost makes me think it's Bomberman. But I'm pretty sure it's just the Snake versus Monkey. Which is, that's cool. Let's see. They have a special pre-order. Let's see what they got here. Full game. The tactical edition, the physical version, downloaded version, downloadable versions. Early purchase bonus, pre-order, uniform white tuxedo. Pretty sure that was in the game regularly. Digital deluxe. So the collector's edition here, they got the whole little like terrarium thing. Fox patch, Snake's ID lanyard. Oh, that's when he sneaks into the base. Nice. World's first Halo jump. Patch, metal case. And then the digital deluxe edition has the sneaking DLC pack. The sneaking suit from Peace Walker version. Crocodile suit, naked woodland, naked ammunition belt, which kind of makes him look like Rambo. Gold and white tuxedo pre-order bonuses. Glasses, sunglasses, Gakko mask, and Karoten mask. That's fucking great. But yeah, so that's some of the special edition stuff. I don't know. Like it is. I mean, part of me just kind of wants to just because I wanted to burn Kojima's ass a little bit because he was, as I understand, as I've come to learn, he was such a terror with that company, and especially towards the end, he was just burning through money. Oh, because he also had to have all of my actors, and he just shit the bed with Phantom Pain. God damn it. I wanted such a good game. It could have been great. Instead, it's just an empty, barren game without a freaking ending. Goddamn Kojima. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not hyped, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
You're going to buy it, huh?
I might kind of do what Melissa Lord here said. Call Captain Jack Sparrow.
We all know what that means.
It's the try before you buy. I'm renting it. I'm gonna rent it. I'm gonna go to GameFly and I'll rent it. But yeah, so that's that. I would love to. I would love nothing more than to be excited and hyped. There's just still a part of me that's very just standoffish from it. Like I can't trust them. I can't trust any of these fucking companies. So as much as I would love to, as much as it would be great just to be able to go, yeah, I'm all in, baby. Can't do it. I can't do it.
I don't know why though. You should just go buy a PlayStation.
Hush you.
You should. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, as Dan Black writes Delta, Decrepit said, "Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid remake. I'm there, baby. I want to be so bad. And Dan Blackroyd, aka Liquid Blake, I'm not in it. Pass. Big Boss never accepted me as his true son. This is true. But then he didn't exactly accept Snake entirely until he got until he got fucking shit kicked in by him. And even then, it was kind of What's that?
What if they race swap him?
They've already been showing him he's not race swapped.
Well, he could be like Omega.
No, he's the original in this case. Big Boss is the original. Solid Snake and Liquid Snake are the clones.
I'm just saying, he could be like Omega. They want you to think that he's original, but he's really not.
You know what's messed up is that Kojima, I could see pulling something stupid like that. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Decrepit says, I can't lie, I'm a wee bit excited. Like, I love Metal Gear Solid 3. It's so good. Especially, like I said, especially the Subsistence version when they kind of tweaked the gameplay and everything and brought it down to the third person level and everything. That's when they were really starting to refine it a lot more. And it's just, and I love the stories. I'm gonna have to do a playthrough of that again because the story's so fun and just incredible.
Do you like Kojima or no?
I used to, but then that was before I learned some truths that he had a Tard Wrangler and he desperately needed a Tard Wrangler. Because otherwise, he's one of those creative types where he has probably some great ideas, but he just can't be allowed to go on his own. Yeah, most of the others sound the same. Yeah, absolutely. It's a solid maybe. I've played the others, so we'll see. Says Melissa Lord. Dan Blacker says Fury had a lot of effects on his voice. He was always yelling too. This sounds more like his version of Big Boss at the end of 4. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right, because they brought him in to be the voice for Big Boss. So that you didn't have two growling snakes, two growling David Haters at you. Yeah, I believe you're right, Blackroyd. He says I think it's Jim Doyle played both roles. I'm pretty sure you're right. No, Richard Doyle. Yeah, it was Richard Doyle that voiced Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 4 for that version of him. Decrepit also says I don't want a PS5 either. Timon says Days Gone is getting a remaster. I heard. Decrepit says one reason why they milked 360 and PS3 titles as remasters and digital store pickups. Libraries have been stacked fat in last gen. Not enough titles to entice me for a whole new console. I'll go PC. That I've been PC for such a long time. That it like my unfortunately like I got recently Metroid Prime Remaster, and that's gonna I'm hoping that'll kind of reinvigorate me to play my Switch, because otherwise like it is, my Switch is unfortunately like kind of collected dust. And that's what I know in my PlayStation 4 has been basically collecting dust. I know if I got a PlayStation 5, it'd be basically collecting dust. I can do what I want to do on my PC. I don't see the point personally. And I also just have a lot of frustrations with both Sony and Microsoft at this point. Nintendo too a bit. To where I just don't want their consoles. And Microsoft, the Xbox, because of what they did the E3 of the PlayStation, not PlayStation, Xbox One launch, or when they were gearing up for it and the announcements and stuff for it. I was like, no, I'm out. Melissa Lord says all the stuff they use to get you to buy a physical copy that you still need the internet to install. I know, right? Damn, Black Red, please do not pirate Thunderbolts. We need you. Hitman, will you be doing your part for Thunderbolts and going and buying a ticket?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Dan Blackroyd says, I'm the true clone. Might be Richard Doyle, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yep, we confirmed. Decrepit says, like, bro, GTA 5 came out in the 2013 and it's now on PS5. Dude, freaking Skyrim, I believe, is on the PS5 now, right? And Skyrim came out 2011. But I mean, Todd Howard himself said it. If you stop buying it, I'll stop re-releasing it. Joke was on us. That madman has released it, I'm pretty sure, on every goddamn console. Yeah, it's on. I just looked now. It's apparently it is on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. The madman has done it. And of course, it was put on the Switch, where if you got it on the Switch, you'd get the special content of Link's outfit from Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
With the sword and shield and everything. And I believe the green tunic.
Yes.
Timon says, joke is on you. Never bought GTA 5. I bought GTA 5, but then turned it in and got a cheaper version of it on the PS4. And then I got it for free on PC, thanks to Epic Games. So I only paid for it once. But I still paid for it, so. You're still the winner there, Timon. Melissa Lord says, I still have my Skyrim PC DVD from 2011 that you don't need internet to install. I wish I still had mine, because I got that game when it came out as well. But the problem is, you basically need the internet so you can install the patches to make the game work better. And even then, that's debatable. But then, like it is, I only needed to buy Skyrim once as well. It's been on my Steam library, and it's been there forever. And I got the special HD edition for free when that came out. So, I've only paid for that damn stupid game once. Everybody else, not so lucky, because they kept buying it like retards. Creeper says, I burnt out on GTA 5 on PS4 in 20... To be honest, so did I. But then I didn't start playing it, like the multiplayer side of it, until my brother and I got it for free on Epic, and we were able to play together. And we were also able to create our own private servers and be able to play it together. So we didn't have to worry about the hackers and stuff like that in that fucking game. Melissa Lord says, you're right about the patches fractured. Thank you. Somebody remembers how bad it was. Had somebody try and gaslight me that it wasn't true. That I was overblowing the whole thing, and that wasn't actually as bad as it was. Like, no, it was bad. Okay. All right. Is it time, sir?
I think it's time.
All right, it is time, everyone, for Hammond's Bush. I mean, for Stargate. Oh, yeah, definitely. Decrepit says Skyrim mods are sick as hell. 110% correct. All right, everybody. So we have come to that point where, yes, we will be now switching things over. We are going to be now doing what we affectionately call Stargate Watch. Duke Devil stole Wormhole Watch, so I can't use that. I'm saying he stole it. But so we will be killing the feed on YouTube here. If you want, you can jump on over to Odyssey or Rumble. I'm dropping the links now for you. And yeah, Dan Blackbird, Bush. We're gonna be dropping the feed here on YouTube's, and we'll be jumping over to those platforms to watch Stargate SG-1. We are on season 2, episode. Oh God, what? Episode 16, A Matter of Time. This is the one with the whole black hole trying to engulf the Stargate. Not a bad episode. You'll be remembered. But for anybody that doesn't switch over, I do want to say a big thank you to all of our viewers here. Thank you, Greg, who hates everything, Dan Blackroy, Decrepit, Melissa Lord, Duke Devil 95, Timon, Acid Stormblade, Star Wars Marvel Purist, Jorge Lucas, Nerdy Neo, Static 2020 if he's still there.
Why is Static not join us anymore?
I don't know if he's usually been on the Saturday Chatterday stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I already said the Star Wars Marvel Purist, New York, Florida man. OG Star Wars, who was here at the beginning of everything with all the goofy stuff of Shatner. And of course, I think we may have our own hater now, David Fellman, who tried to give us some shit about Star Wars Theory. Good luck, sir. Otherwise, and also Lethal Lightning made an appearance. Thank you, sir, for dropping by. But yeah, thank you. You all are wonderful. Much appreciated. So we'll be jumping on over. Join us over there for Stargate Watch. Catch you on the other side. Thank you very much. It says, hell yeah, great stream, man. Have a good one. All have a good one. And all right, Timon is already over there on Kick. He's ready to go, baby. He's ready to go. Let's do these. Where is it? There we are. What the? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is.
Black hole took it.